In this video, I'm going to show you a really simple passing concept that's really good for the cover zero meta, really good for the man meta, and also something that you're going to be able to use to beat zone as well. Now, this is going to come out of the trips tight end formation. We're in the Detroit Lions offensive playbook. If you want to get my full trips tight end offensive ebook, make sure you're in our Patreon. It's only $10 to sign up for that. Gets you access to all of our ebooks. We're dropping a brand new defensive ebook today. Really excited about that. So that's going to be coming out later today. But let's just get into this video. So this is going to be out of one of my favorite plays in the game, and that is PA counter go. Now what we're going to do is we're going to really capitalize on our tight end in this formation. So relatively simple setup here. We're going to put the backside solo receiver on an in route. You don't need any route abilities or any hot route abilities to do this. We're going to then motion this guy guiding across, and we have a 5 or 6 man protection. So the main read on this play, especially against man coverage, is that right there. That little tight end quick out is one of the most effective routes in this game against man and zone, especially when you have this clear out streak over here on the right side. So as you can see, this is really just a simple read. We're going to look, peek the fade. If the fade's there, we're going to take it. If not, chances are our tight end out route is going to be wide open to the sideline. Okay, now what they're going to have to do to take this away is they're going to have to put that safety on that side into a curl flat. So you see here we have the curl flat zone to drop over to the tight end out route. You'll also see here that a lot of times I can actually still sneak this ball in because of the way zone plays and the way that zone drifts to the middle. However, if you don't want to throw that tight end out route, fully understand that. Maybe they're usering over in this area right here. So if they're doing something like that, then we want to come backside and we want to start to work with our crossing route in the middle of the field, or we want to hit that backside in. You'll see here this backside in is pretty simple, easy read for your quarterback. You can, if you want to, you could put him on a smart routed in route. The smart routed in route, in my opinion, is a little better against man, but it's not as powerful against zone. So, you know, just kind of like keep that in the back of your mind. But you're looking here, okay, they go to the tight end out. So now I want to hit that route right there. And you see how quick we're getting the ball out of our hands, and we have a 6-man pass protection. So this is really going to help us a lot just in terms of how we're going to want to beat man. Now, I said that this is really good for the, the man-to-man blitz kind of deal that you're going to get. So like if they're sending a 5-man pressure at us against this, you'll see something interesting. So I'm going to kind of fix the man coverage once we motion across just to make sure that it's properly aligned. So you see here we have something like this. They're going to probably have their coverage essentially look like, this on the backside with the user in the middle of the field here. So their user is going to be probably right here, and so they're going to probably, again, pivot to that tight end out route quick because they're anticipating their pressure coming in. Right, but we have pretty decent pass protection here. We can do some sliding and things like that to help this out. We see them go that way. We want to throw backside, and you see how simple this concept really can be against the cover zero meta. Now, I wanted to get into some zone coverage you're going to see. So once they can't stop you in man, then they're going to shift to trying to stop you in zone. And this is actually a really simple but effective play against zone as well. We have a high-low over the middle, and we have a high-low on the outside. So you see there, that little crosser, you actually want to throw that kind of in that window. I really like to throw that in that window. Again, this is going to force them to user the crosser because of how good this clear-out route is. It doesn't really matter what zone they call. Because we motion over this clear-out fade, we're going to have an option. So you see here that that's going to run off all the deep zones, and then we can actually throw this right in front of the safety, kind of in that little area right there, or we can wait for him to get to the sideline. So that's what's also really nice about the crossing route is it's a multi-window route, and I can't stress enough how important this route is for breaking down zone coverage. It's really difficult this year for people to stop this route at its zone unless they're getting really, really good sheds. If they blitz us, we're going to be able to take our out route, but you see how open this crosser is, kind of getting back to a deep crossing route against max coverage. However, let me just briefly address a zone blitz out of like a cover 2 shell. So let's say that they're running a zone blitz. Maybe it looks something like this. when you motion this receiver across the formation, a lot of times you're going to see here that we're going to have little windows to throw. So you'll see here, if you look at that out route, kind of right in that little window right there. The other thing that you probably saw right there is against cover 2 specifically, if they're going to blitz us out of a cover 2 shell, we're going to have a little window where we can actually freeform this fade over the top for a pretty big little play, or freeform the streak rather. So we're just going to freeform. You see here, just pass lead that outside, kind of in that little area right there. Obviously, my freeform skills aren't the greatest, but you see the window that is now becoming open. And if you want to put that receiver on a fade, you can, primarily because the route's developing from the outside. So you'll see here, this time we're going to put him on a fade to be a little clearer, but kind of get this ball like out in that little window right there. And you see how we can use that to kind of attack the cover 2. But the other thing that we can use to attack cover 2, which don't sleep on this, but another thing that we can use to attack cover 2 is, again, the reality that this in route is going to be breaking at a kind of a key point here. So again, this comes back to the original thing I was talking about, where a 5-yard in route, if you know it's zone, it can be a little better than the 10-yard out route. But you'll see right here, you see how that gets in that little pocket against zone coverage as well. So really good little play here for breaking down blitzes, as well as pretty much any zone in the game. If they go user, if they're going to user a route on this, they're probably going to want to user this crossing route across the formation. And so that's going to leave this backside in route into a really vulnerable spot. So you see here, little 3-man pass rush, and I can throw that dig over the middle of the field. This is a really, really simple play, but it's really powerful in the big picture of what we're trying to accomplish with this offense out of trips tight end, because it just really spaces the field in kind of a really nice way across the field. We're able to just have little windows and openings here. I can throw the tight end out. I can throw the in route. So this is honestly starting to become one of my favorite plays in the game, because it just breaks down every coverage. Really simple read too. Your primary say is the user going to go right or left. If he goes left, then I want to work the right side. If he goes right, then I want to work the left side. So relatively simple play. Thanks for watching the video. If you want to get the full trips tight end offensive ebook, make sure you join our Patreon. Link is down in the description below. You can sign up and get access to all of our ebooks as well as all the updates to those ebooks for just $10. Again, sign up down in the description below.